our next film reveals the hidden dangers of the sea.
It happened just so quickly. It was really, really frightening. I thought I was going to drown.
It was just last month in the waters off Cornwall's Porthcothan beach when Ella's surfing holiday with friends took a potentially deadly turn.
I was caught in a flash rip tide, and there's nothing you can do because the tide was so strong. Within seconds, we'd been dragged over towards some rocks. I knew from that moment we were in a bad position.
All 5 of the group were in trouble, but thankfully there were lifeguards on duty.
I was already out on a rescue board with the RNLI. We do routine board patrols.
Keith Renders, a lifeguard at the beach, knew the waters well, but even he was taken aback by the conditions.
On the day, as it was quite a big swell, we got an extra big set came through and it caused what we call a flash rip, and it basically drifted all 5 of the surfers round the corner north of the beach. It's not a good place to be. There's lots of rocks you can get injured on, and it's not an easy place to get out of either.
Keith shouted instructions to 4 of the surfers to get them onto the rocks. But Ella was in imminent danger.
She was in a really dangerous position, so I paddled up to her and advised her to ditch her surfboard because that might pull her into it.
It was a very frightening situation. There were rocks behind me and rocks in front of me.
We were just getting hit by lots of big waves, but then I was able to kind of pull Ella up onto the rock.
I just remember he got onto the rock and just dragged me out of the water.
I think she was very distressed and scared. Before getting up onto that rock, I was really worried then. I didn't at that point know what I was going to do, really.
Local lifeboats were launched but couldn't get close to them because of the rocks. So another brave lifeguard paddled out to them on a board.
My colleague managed to get close enough to throw a VHF radio to me. I just radioed Falmouth and said I think the best course of action is to get the search and rescue helicopter to winch her up.
Within 10 minutes, the Coast Guard arrived to winch Ella and Keith to safety.
The feeling of when my feet lifted off of that rock, it was real relief, and I felt very lucky. I don't even know if I'd be alive if Keith wasn't there. He was amazing.
On average, RNLI lifeguards rescue someone from a life-threatening experience like this once a week, and they've been doing it for 20 years. As Ella discovered, if disaster does strike, they'll be ready.
So Keith, how are you doing?
4 weeks after her rescue in Cornwall, she's been reunited with the man who saved her.
It was so scary and so traumatic, but I felt relieved when you first came over because I knew I wasn't on my own. How you were able to handle it, it's just incredible.
Had to hear it.
It would have ended completely differently if you weren't there, and I am so thankful.
So that turned out right at the end, everybody's all right. Really, really good outcome.
Really was. And a big shout out to all the lifeguards around the country who will be keeping an eye on us over the summer.
Yeah,
on the beach.
doing a fab job.
Great job indeed.